Great to see everybody. Happy Monday. Ohio week. Very exciting.
Starting on the right, Larry.
Jim, this rivalry has always been heated, of course. It seems like there's always been a fair level of respect between the coaches. It's hard to determine what that is right now. What would you say is your respect level for Ryan Day and their staff?
It's all about our preparation for Ohio. The days, the minutes, the hours, everything leading up to this game. That's where our focus is. Preparing ourselves and planning, gonna practice and then execute. So, anything else is irrelevant, when you get into this kind of big game week.
On the back left, Aaron.
Jim, could you speak to last week where you watched the game Saturday, who you watched it with, and what you saw?
Yeah, watched the game at my brother's house. Great to watch it with him. And what I saw was a great and glorious win. Really happy with the team. And good to be around his football mind too. That was accomplished what we went there to do and got the mission done.
Isaiah.
Jim, you've obviously not been on the sidelines for several games, but especially with a game like this coming up, you've talked about the preparation. How do you prepare the coaches to take on that all the extra stuff that they have to take on going into the games that you've had, but especially going into this big game?
Mm-hmm. It's really a battle-tested team. And empowering people, it's really that. Empowering our coaches, empowering our players, and just amazing job that they've done. Amazing effort, and where players have gone about things, coaches, players. I just think back over the last 5-6 weeks, especially. It's just been like a high-pitched siren. Like a deafening, ear-piercing noise, and just after a while, you start to tolerate it, and then before you know it, you just block it out. So it's stay on course. That's what our team has done, and just keep the priorities right, and keep the priorities straight, which is faith, family, and football.
Angelique.
Jim, what was your reaction to Chris Partridge's firing on Friday, and whose idea was it to elevate Rick Minter?
That was my idea to elevate Rick Minter.
And your reaction to Chris's firing?
That was I think that statement was put out by our university and described the situation. I don't have anything to add about it.
On the right here, Conor.
Jim, last week you were, I don't know if the word excited is the right word, but you were looking forward to an opportunity to speak in court. What exactly changed during the week to make you guys withdraw that?
Like I just said, the school put out a statement about that, and they addressed the situation. I don't have anything further to add to it.
On the left, Chris.
In the past, you've had the families together for Thanksgiving. Is that the plan again this year, and what now what is?
Yeah, we'll practice Thanksgiving, and then everybody have the opportunity to enjoy the day with their families. Most of the time, families come in town, and those that don't go with another family, and invited to practice. It's always a great day.
On the right, Wojo.
Jim, you mentioned the high-pitched siren, and your team has dealt with it. But now this week, the two undefeated teams, the biggest game, everything else. Do you think this truly will be the challenge as to how they deal with it and how you deal with it?
I go back to that. It's like the Ted Lasso show, believe. What comes out of that is believe, and I'm just so proud of our team. Despite that noise, our locker room's in one piece. And like Ted, for me, locker rooms, a lot like my mom's bathing suits. Like to see them in one piece. And we've got that, and it's amazing. And there's so many lessons to be learned, many life lessons that our young guys are learning at this age, and it's how the world works, and keeping those priorities straight: faith, family, and football. And we're battle tested and ready to go. And now it's all Ohio. The week's all about Ohio. Working really hard to get ready for this game, using the hours, the minutes, the days to hone our focus, get prepared, plan, practice, and then go execute the game.
On the left, Austin.
Jim, you talked a couple weeks ago about Newton's laws and what goes up must come down. What have the last few weeks shown you about the challenges of sustaining success?
Yeah, that stay on course. One thing about the noise, and it starts to be tolerated, or then it just gets blocked out, and staying on course, staying on the high road shortens that time to make that happen.
And just as a follow-up, are you confident that you won't have to have any other staff changes?
We are in position to be in position. That's what we know. 11-0. They're 11-0, and everything is all focus and preparation is on this game, as it should be.
On the left.
You mentioned all the noise that's going on around the program. What's it been like for you guys the last couple weeks? People saying all these kind of things, and you haven't been able to say anything to defend yourself.
Yeah, like I said, it's ear piercing at first, then it becomes tolerable, then you block it out. Stay on course.
How do you learn to tolerate it?
Staying on the high road is one way to shorten that time down, but keeping the priorities right. Faith, family, football. That's you keep those priorities straight, then other things become irrelevant.
We got time for two more. Reiner.
Yeah, how much do you think this result could not only determine the future of the program in the short term, but also in the long term?
That's don't have a crystal ball. It's all about this game. That's where our focus is. Getting prepared, getting ready to execute, and I think our team is battle tested, and it's going to be tough to beat. Looking forward to it.
And given all that's gone on, have you given any assurances about your future from the administration?
All the focus is on Ohio State. I can say that as many times as that's just where we're at. That's the focus. And that's part of the life lesson, to focus on the task in front of you. And when you got a task in front of you, it's a big task. You got to use every day, every hour, every minute to plan, practice, get yourself right, get yourself in position to go out there and play to the best of our ability.
Last question for Coach. Larry.
Marvin Harrison Jr., does he remind you of anybody at any level or league? And what's the key to slowing him down?
He reminds me a lot of his dad. Great player. You got to be covered. You got to slow him down is probably the better word. Do our best to do that, and everything works together. Pass rush. The faster, the more pressure they can put on the quarterback, the better the coverage is going to be. Same with the coverage. The better the coverage is going to be, then that allows the pass rush to get home. So it's going to, like any game, any time you play a team, that team defense is going to be critical. It all works together.
All right, we're going to excuse Coach now, and we're going to bring in Sharon Moore.